Hey everybody, Joy here. Joy on Sunday morning. It must be the 19th of July by now, because yesterday was the 18th. And the carpet got put in. Two little guys were here, one younger guy and his father-in-law, older guy. Hispanics, of course. It seems like they're the only ones that want to do those hard jobs, like working in restaurants and laying carpet and putting roofs on. They are such hard workers, and I have always been impressed with how gracious they are, how polite they are, how friendly they are. I'm telling you, I don't know, I didn't know whether to scream or what, but I walked in the hall and the young man had his hands on my quilt, my Seasons quilt, and a sitar, and he was going like this on the quilt, touching it. And I'm like, I mean, I wasn't too mad or anything, but you know, thank God it wasn't the sewer man doing it, it was the carpet man, okay? But he said, oh my gosh, where did this come from? And I said, I made it. He said, you made this? He was just super impressed with it. So that was really nice. But just lovely people. I have always noticed we've had a lot of them work for us in our business. And they're always so respectful and loving to their parents and their grandparents. And I think we have really lost that in America. I know I certainly have in my family. So, yeah. But the sermon, you know, it's Sunday and we had a sermon. What are you holding, Joy? Why are you holding that? Well, that's a good question. It's because I've got my new top almost done on Betty Blue, and all I have left is the sleeves. And so I thought I would pin it up here so you could see it with its sleeve on. I put the buttons and the buttonholes in and sewed it all together while the carpet man was here. His name was Omar. Isn't that a cute name? Omar. And I don't know what his father-in-law's name was. His father-in-law didn't speak English, of course. You know, the older ones don't speak English, but the younger ones do. So I really like my new blouse. I can't wear it today because it's not finished yet. But I think I'll wear it on our moving out day, which may be, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Our moving out day may be Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Yeah, my realtor's going to get back with me tomorrow morning and let me know. Evidently, I don't know if it's because of COVID or what, but let me take a sip of. But you can go and sign by yourselves without the other people there. And so we can go and we can sign everything we have to sign, and then somehow we give our realtor permission to be there at the closing instead of us. So, yay, yay, yay. So the actual closing is 9 days away on the 28th, but the Joy and Jerry closing may be this Tuesday. Praise the Lord. My happy's bubbling up, bubbling up, bubbling up. And if you all watched Cornerstone Church with me this morning, you heard a fabulous sermon. Fabulous sermon. Hagee Sr.'s preaching on miracles. Oh my goodness. He went through how many healing miracles in his family. There's just one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. It's just amazing. And we actually own the CD that he was talking about in that sermon. The CD has all of the scriptures from the Bible that talk about healing. And they're on it, and somebody's reading them out loud. So, yeah, very nice. So if you need a healing, I know some of you do. I've been praying for you. But getting that CD might be a really good step in the right direction toward a miracle of healing in your life. Okay, so I'm packing up all of the last minute things like underwear. Oh my goodness, underwear. Do y'all ever throw underwear away? I actually do. I actually do. But my husband, never. Never, never. And so he's got tons of t-shirts and briefs down there at the other house. I mean, we don't have room to stuff another one in there. So since he isn't here, and don't y'all tell him, don't tell him, don't tell him. The way we do underwear, and y'all might be interested in this. I've told you guys before, but I have so many new subscribers, and hey, I'm so happy y'all are here. And I just love all your reactions to my last little sermonette in my last video. Y'all are precious, precious, precious. And so anyway, underwear. Jerry told me when we met, he was living in a big mobile home with his brother. It was Jerry's mobile home, but his brother was living with him. And he took me over there one time, I don't know, I think I gave his brother my couch or something and we were delivering it. And so Jerry's bedroom was in the back. He was divorced and living by himself with his brother. And his bedroom was in the back. And so I told him I'd just go wait in his bedroom. So I went back in the bedroom, and the bedroom had the bed in it. And then at the foot of the bed was a closet, and on the right side of the bed was like a dresser or something. So there weren't any chairs to sit in. So I was just sitting on the bed, just waiting for them to get that couch moved in there. And I noticed two mountains of white clothes, mostly white, at the end of the bed. Mountain 1 and Mountain 2, higher than the bed itself. So Jerry came in there later. I said, hey, what's with the two mountains over there? He said, oh, that's the dirty mountain and those are clean. Yeah, we've changed that. We've changed that. So anyway, we got married. And I was doing the laundry like my mother taught me to do the laundry. My mother taught me to do the laundry. So you folded every pair of panties up the exact same way. You folded them in thirds, and then you folded them in thirds again, and then you took the elastic and wrapped it around, and so you had all these neat little balls of panties, right? And then Mother would line them up in her drawer according to color. So she had all the white ones in a row, all the pink ones in a row, all of the beige ones in a row. So that's how I was taught to fold laundry. And Daddy's undershirts, oh my gosh, they were folded up like postage stamps. Mother could fold a king-size sheet like you just wouldn't believe. Super neat, like it was going in a package to be mailed to somebody. I mean, she just could fold a sheet like nobody I've ever seen fold one in my life. I got pretty close. But the point is, I was raised that you fold all the underwear. So I was folding all of Jerry's briefs in thirds again, wrapping them around, had all these nice little balls lined up in his drawer, folding the t-shirts. I don't even remember how I did it now, but folding them up all the same way, all nice and neat, and all of them laid in the drawer. Well, Jerry watched me do that many times, and one time he came in and I was folding them. He said, why on earth are you folding those? And I said, well, I just washed them. I've got to fold them to put them away. He said, I think that's so stupid, folding underwear. And I said, well, I'm not having a dirty mountain and a clean mountain, mister. He said, no. He said, just separate them, t-shirts here, briefs here, pick up the briefs, open the drawer, stick them in it, close the drawer. Pick up the t-shirts, open the drawer, stick them in the drawer, close the drawer. I thought, surely I would go to hell any minute if I listened to him and started doing that. But then in those days, I was very, very busy, raising two little girls, one part-time because it was his daughter, and working full-time. And so one day I thought, you know what? And Jerry told me, he said, nobody is ever going to know that underneath your clothes, you're wearing a t-shirt or a pair of panties that wasn't folded up like a postage stamp and put neatly in a drawer in order by color. I said my mother would know. My mother would so know. She was still doing it when I was taking care of her. She was still doing that. Anyway, so in both of our houses, we have drawers. You open up the drawer, you throw in the panties, close it. You open up the other drawer, you throw in the t-shirts and close it. Or in my case, the slips and the camisoles or whatever. The bras. No, I still fold bras. Bras have to be folded because, you know, their cups will get all smashed and weird. So mainly his stuff. It was mainly his stuff. And so one drawer, you open it up, it's all just t-shirts thrown in there. One drawer, you open it up, it's all his brief just thrown in there. So, my point being that's what I have going on here in our closet. You open up one drawer, it's 1,000 t-shirts. You open up the other drawer, it's 1,000 JCPenney briefs with the dude stripes at the top. We do not need those at the other house because we have 2 matching drawers there. So, he is in here. And he's not someone that throws things away like I do. And I couldn't give that to Goodwill. That's just too weird, giving used underwear to Goodwill. I think Hillary Clinton did that, didn't she? So, I went through and tried to take out all the ones that looked like they were the oldest ones, the most faded ones. So I have a gigantic trash bag full of his t-shirts and his briefs, and I'm going to stick them in the bottom of the garbage dumpster and then cover it up with other stuff so he can't find it. So that's what I've been doing this morning, not that anybody cares at all. All right, what am I doing the rest of the day? Jerry's coming tomorrow, so I'm super, super, super excited about that. I haven't seen him for, goodness, 10 days now, and I miss him so much. It's hard, you know, if Philly could have been here, or you could have been here, and we could have had a fun sew day, that would have been nice. But, of course, that can't happen. My house is vacant. You can hear the house is vacant. Nothing in here but boxes. And I'm going to finish making this today, and then I'm going to box up all my sewing machines and put my thread back in the packing box and all that stuff, and get the 2 cutting tables folded back up and ready to move. So when they get here tomorrow, we are going to pack 2 trailers, go to that closing thing on Tuesday, and we still have 2 more repairs. This wasn't on the inspector. The inspector didn't find this. We found it, that some of the sprinkler heads don't work. There's a couple sprinkler heads in the front yard by the mailbox, and there's one in the middle of the backyard, and they come up out of the ground, but then they don't squirt right. So I've hired our sprinkler guy to come and fix those tomorrow. So I've still got that to be done, and then the roof. But the roof is free, because it's a new roof, and the man said he was really sorry, and he'd come fix whatever needed to be fixed. The problem is he's too busy and he never gets here. So I told the new owner, Lauren, about that yesterday, and she said, no problem, you know, they'll take care of that later, because there's no charge for it. So as far as I know, nothing happens to this house. I'm going to lock it up. You know, we've left this house vacant many months, and we've never had any problem. The lawn gets mowed, and the neighbors throw the junk mail out of the mailbox and stuff like that. So everything should be perfectly fine after we leave until next week, when the new owners can come and move in. So praise the Lord, we're almost there, and I've got to go because I have to go get some more boxes and bags to put things in. I don't know if I'll be back today or not. I always say, well, if I say goodbye now and then I come back and I say something else, then there'll be a goodbye in the middle of the tape, and then that won't make sense. The stresses of making videos. Let's just say, if after this shot the video keeps on going, then obviously I'll be back, okay? I just happened to be crimping my sleeve, and so for those of you who are new and you don't know about crimping, crimping isn't my word. The first time I heard crimping was from Viv over there at Viv Mom Sews. I call it easing. Now you will learn from most patterns and from most teachers to do 2 rows of basting stitches and then pull on the rows to gather the cap of your sleeve. I don't do that. I do what we call crimping. Yeah, I think that's a better angle. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay? And hopefully you can see it really good. The last time I did this, I was doing it on a really bad camera. So I like to have my threads going underneath, so fiddle with that for a minute. Get it under there however you can. All right, I'm sewing on my Bernhardt B740, but you can do it on any sewing machine. All you have to have is a straight stitch to do this. Okay? So I'm starting at the notch. Some of the patterns will tell you to do it from a dot to a dot. I do it from notch to notch, no matter what pattern it is. Okay? And what pattern is this? This is my Surefit Designs. I'm looking for the top thread. Where are you, top thread? You want to hold the thread before you start sewing, or it's going to eat it. Anytime you start sewing. All right, here we go. I've got it on 4.0. You want it on a wide stitch, but not as wide as it'll go. I've got it on 4.0. My seam allowance is 5/8. I don't want to put this on my seam allowance because when I sew the sleeve in at 5/8 inch, you're not going to be able to sew it so this that I'm sewing in right now does not show. And it's not going to be pulled out. It's going to stay in there forever and ever. So I'm doing it at 1/2 inch, and then when I sew the sleeve in at 5/8 inch, it will all be hidden and won't show. Okay? Now, do you see my finger? See this finger right here? This one? I'm putting it back here behind the foot. Why is that, Joy? Because I don't want the material to be able to go through. I want the foot to move. I'm not trying to stop the foot from moving. I'm trying to stop the material from moving. All right? So I'm going to put this back there up against the foot, and I'm holding it. I'm pushing down. I'm pushing down and in. Down and in. You don't have to push really hard, just gently. Now I'm going to start sewing. Now this is my driver hand. This is my steering wheel here. Your hands are your best tools. This is my driving hand. So I am going to guide this along that 1/2 inch mark. And this, I may go like this a little bit to shove it in there. I don't know, my hands are just automatically trained to do whatever it is they do. And I don't have my table. It doesn't matter if you have your table on here. I just packed mine already, so I've had to sew this with no table. All right, so see, I'm holding it so it won't go through. Now I'm letting go because it's too much. I'm guiding this on that 1/2 inch line. Now I'm to the center at the top. Hold, 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 hold. And then this thumb right here is doing a little guiding too. It's your guidance system. It's a really good guidance system God built into us, huh? How about that? Now look at that crimp. Look at that crimp. Is it beautiful? This will fit into my garment perfect. I've done this like 75 million times, and it fits perfect. Now, if it so happens that yours is a little too tightly crimped or loosely crimped, very easy to fix it. You just either pull up a thread to tighten it or you clip a couple places to loosen it. Super easy. You can just start down here at the notch because you're not really supposed to gather there anyway. Flatten that out a little bit. Joy, we can't see you. Okay? You want to see me do it again? Let's do it again. Rerun duty. Let's do rerun duty. This works really easy when you're using a cotton. Knits, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this in a knit. Knit sleeves are cut pretty much the same size as the hole they're going to go into. There I am at the center top again. You can see my little thumb here, what it's doing. My big thumb. Cool, isn't that awesome? Pull it out, leave some thread. And there we are. Is that fast? Is it wonderful? Is it amazing? Yes, it is. The enjoyable part of sewing, the things that are easy to do. Now I always go ahead and hem my sleeves up. I actually have this serged and folded up. So before I put it in, I might as well go ahead and top stitch it down. And I do that from the inside, and I want to do it right along this serged edge. And I'm going to do it on 3.0. 2.5 is your machine's standard setting. I'm going to do it on 3.0. You want it to be a little bit bigger, okay? So I am going to guide this right along. And then I turn it down to a real tiny stitch, and I back stitch, and I forward stitch, and I cut. And now I'm going to put it back up on 3 for the next sleeve. Okay, clip all your loose threads so your garment doesn't scream, "The lady wearing this made me." Yeah. Cut your threads. That one doesn't matter. I need a better pair of scissors, but you know, so much of my stuff is packed. I've got these and I've got these, and neither one of them is good for this. Oh well, we'll worry about that later. All right, so now my hem is in. My hem is in, my crimp is crimped, and my sleeve is ready to go in the garment. Hasta la vista.